Hi, in this video I'll be walking through the process of multiplying three polynomials together. You can see in this case I have x minus 5 times x plus 1 times 2x plus 3. If you're just coming in fresh to this video, I would seriously recommend maybe you go through and you talk about multiplying two polynomials first, because this is just a more complicated example of that exact same process. So let's walk through this and let's do it rather quickly. What I'm going to do whenever I multiply three polynomials together, little side problem here, okay? If I asked you to multiply 2 times 3 times 4, some of you guys would say, well, everybody I hope would say it's 24, okay? But the way you got there would be different. Some of you would say, well, really, 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 times 4 is 24. So you would group the 2 and the 3 first. And others of you might say, whenever you do 2 times 3 times 4, that, well, wait a second, 3 times 4 is 12, and 2 times 12 is 24. So you'd group the 3 and the 4 first. And shoot, some of you might even group the 2 and the 4. So if I had 2 times 3 times 4, some of you guys might say, well, 2 times 4 is 8, and 8 times the remaining 3 is 24. And the idea is this: it doesn't matter what order I multiply things in. It just matters that I multiply two of them together first, and then I throw the remaining term in afterward, right? So I group the 2 and the 3, and then I combine it with the 4. Or I group the 3 and 4, combine it with the 2, so on and so forth. Well, the same idea is going to hold here when we're working with polynomials. I have three things that I'm multiplying together. I'm going to pick two of them, and I'm going to multiply them together. So maybe I'll just group those two for just a second, and I'll FOIL them out. And when I'm done foiling them out and I've combined like terms and I've simplified that answer, then I'll go through and I'll do it one more time, and I'll throw in the 2x plus 3. So it's going to look like this. I'm just going to put my finger over this for a second. If I FOIL these out, that would give me x times x, x squared. Outer terms would be plus 1x. Inner terms would be minus 5x. And last terms, be careful about the sign. It's a negative 5 times a positive 1, which is negative 5. Now, I can combine like terms here. I have an x and a negative 5x. So really it simplifies down to x squared minus 4x minus 5. There's the first two terms multiplied together. Now what I've forgotten, what I've covered up with my finger, is the fact that I actually have this multiplied by the 2x plus 3. So these two expressions are the same. Now I'm multiplying two polynomials, right? So it becomes just a big distributive property problem. I want to take the x squared and distribute it to the 2x and to the 3. And then I'm going to repeat the process with the negative 4x, and I'm going to repeat the process with the negative 5. So I'm going to end up with 6 terms total. So let's go through here and just do it. I'm going to try to write here. Maybe I can write crooked so my hand doesn't cover up everything. That was pretty silly of me. If I distribute out the x squared to the 2x, x squared times 2x is 2. X squared plus one more x, that'd be x cubed. So I have 2x cubed plus x squared times 3 is 3x squareds. Negative 4x distributed out to 2x and to 3. Negative 4x times 2x would be negative. 4 times 2 is 8. X times x is x squared. So negative 8x squared. Negative 4 has been distributed there. Now I'm going to distribute to the 3. Negative 4x times a positive 3 would give me a negative. 4 times 3 is 12. And then I have an x. Negative 12x. Now I'm going to distribute out the negative 5 to the 2x and negative 5 to the 3. Negative 5 times a positive 2x would be negative. 5 times 2 is 10. And then you have an x. And negative 5 times positive 3 is negative 15. Now it's a matter of combining like terms. I'm going to write this in standard form, so the x cubed goes first. I'm going to put maybe a little slash through it so I know I've taken care of it. X squareds, I have 3x squareds, subtract 8 of them. So I have negative 5x squareds now. Little slash, little slash. Negative 12x minus 10x is negative 22x. And then you have the negative 15 at the end. So our answer is 2x cubed minus 5x squared minus 22x minus 15. hopefully that makes sense. It doesn't matter what order if you would have covered up the x minus 5 first, you would have gotten the exact same answer. If you would have covered up the x plus 1 first, you would have gotten the exact same answer. It doesn't matter what order you multiply, just pick any two, group them together, simplify them first because you don't want to distribute 4 things like in this step. You'd like to distribute 3 things instead. And then just always combine like terms anytime you got a chance. All right, hopefully that makes sense. We'll go on to some special products in the next video.